Hey, it's Ashley's Yarnies, and today I'll be answering and discussing some questions from the Girls at Sky site. I also want to discuss a trend or something. I don't know if I should call it a meme because it's not a picture, it's videos, and a lot of people are partaking in it. So I will say a trend that is popular in social media right now, and it actually pertains to one of the questions that I'm going to be discussing from the site. So I'm just going to start off with that one. The question is, are you for or against playful hitting in a relationship? I think that there shouldn't be any playful hitting in a relationship because it always, like, you don't know someone's pain threshold or anything. I don't know. I mean, unless it's a masochistic and or a BDSM relationship, like a masochist and a dominant or dominatrix, or what do you call those people that's the ones that beat up the other people that like getting hit? I know the female one is called dominatrix, but I think the male one is called dominant. But anyways, so yeah, um unless you are into that type of thing, that's your kink, and you two have that um understanding in that relationship that you share, that yeah, that's what we're doing, then I don't think that you should be putting your hands on the other person you're in a relationship with. I just feel like it's a low key or undercurrent disrespect, and an immature way of maybe handling a problem that you had towards the other person. Instead of actually discussing it like an adult, you'll end up hitting them like a kid having a tantrum. And then I feel like from then on, depending on how much either party who's being the aggressor is getting away with hitting the other person in the relationship, they'll end up going too far. Like this trend that's going on. So I was on Twitter, and this trend with the girls smacking their boyfriends in the head with their bags. I thought, like, it's so hard to watch because you're literally watching abuse happen and everyone's laughing it off. Then on Twitter, the girl goes and says, some girl that shared the stuff said, "Oh, I don't care what you all think. So it's funny that he's getting hit upside the head so hard he could have a concussion. It's funny." Like, how is that funny? Because if the roles were reversed, you all would be up in arms and wanting to riot somewhere in March and say that's not okay for guys to be putting their hands on women. I just believe in, if you don't want that energy to come back to you, then don't be throwing it out there. That's what I believe. I don't really agree with that. Oh my gosh. Let me see. And it's from TikTok, they said. That's not funny. That's not funny. That's not funny. It's not funny. So I can't really get jiggy with the trends. From my understanding, the guys that are in these videos or whatever, they are okay with it. They gave their consent, and that's all good and stuff and dandy. But what we don't want to do is normalize this behavior. Like, you have to really go out your way, just like with BDSM culture. Everyone in society, especially when 50 Shades of Grey came out, remember when a lot of people kept complaining about that? They were like, well, we want everyone to know that him being her dominant is not a kink for every woman. So let that be known. And let that be known about this is not okay to all men, because not everybody's okay with you hitting them. Like, some people, I don't even know why I said some, because I really mean a lot of people will hit you back, and then you can't really get mad at the amount of the strength they hit you back with, because you can't gauge their pain and how they took that hit from you. So it just seems like a disaster waiting to happen, really. I don't want any part of it. I just want to go on record of saying I didn't think that was cute or funny. So, So someone asked, is skinny and petite pretty much the same thing? No, not to me. I think that skinny is more towards someone's width, their weight, and how slim, how slender. Like, skinny and bony to me like are synonymous, because that's how, like, okay, when you speak of slender man, you will say he's bony or skinny, but you're not referring to his height, you're referring to his width and his body, right? So with a skinny person, they could be tall or short, but with a petite person, either they're skinny or they're regular or average weight or whatever, and they're just short. It's really focusing more on the fact that they're fun size, that they're small, they're short, in my opinion. Someone asked, would you date someone who still thinks about and cares or loves their ex? No. Oh my gosh, like, the reason I paused because I'm like, that question, like, just imagine, right? I feel like when you go into a relationship, you should be moving on. You should not even have any afterthoughts of the other person, or if you do, it's so fleeting that you don't even speak of it, because that's how over the relationship you are. Like, you almost forgot about their existence. But when you're still harping on it, the person you're with now, I'm sorry to tell them, is just a rebound. Okay? And if you don't like being second fiddle, always the second best, always never first in line, then don't settle for someone who is always constantly harping, talking about, and pondering about their ex. Not okay. Oh my gosh, another question like this is weird. Someone said, guys, would you keep in touch with a girl you broke up with? Let's see what some of these guys said. Whew. Some of these responses are too long and I don't feel like it. And I don't feel like reading the whole thing. Yeah, it's not that deep for me. It's not like I don't like reading, because I read articles that pertain to my life. But Like, if it's somebody's opinion, keep it sweet and short. Get to the point, okay? Unless it affects me personally, I'm not reading 3 paragraphs. Anyway, so someone said he likes you, but he is afraid for some reason of being in love. Okay, so let's read what she said further in her question. Let's see. She said, long story short, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's like 7 paragraphs. Okay, long story short, I was dating this guy for a month. We were pretty much inseparable. Skip. He told me he had never fallen in love for anyone so fast and that I was knocking down all of his walls. The day things changed was the day he blurted out that he loved me. I was on my way out and he picked me up and kissed me and then said, I honestly love you. Next, skip. Like, some details you don't need to add. Like, it just kind of, it gets repetitive. It's like rhetoric. Filler. Okay, this is not a college course. I'm not your professor. You don't need to be filling a quota of how many paragraphs you need to have and how much word count you need. Like, please get to the point. Anyways, but after we broke up, he continued to act like we were dating, but at the same time kept a distance. Skip. He continued to text me daily, though. He'd ask me how my days was, what I got up to, and just basic conversation. One night I got extremely drunk and told him he needed to stay away from me for good and leave me alone, that it was bleeping with my head. He apologized and said he understood. He honestly can't seem to leave me alone. We didn't talk for a couple of days, but then he'll text me out of the blue and make up an excuse why he's texting. I thought he was a real deal, but I don't think he can make his mind up. What's up with him? Okay. And her original question was, guys, why would you keep in touch with a girl you broke up with? I'm guessing she really wanted guys to respond to it, so you will not be seeing my avatar and my response pop up in that comment section because I'm not a dude. Anyways, so yeah. But I'm going to read what the guys had to say because I actually don't have an opinion because I don't care. And the question is not directed towards me. So this guy, we're going to go back to what this guy said. He said he likes you, but he is afraid for some reason of being in love. His feelings won't let him forget you, so he is probably wanting to stay away, but he still has feelings for you. You have 2 choices. You could push him to get back with you by telling him and being persistent, or you can do him a favor and block him in all ways and media. Some other guy said, no point in asking what he's doing. He himself probably doesn't know what he's doing. He probably still does like you, though. You can tell I don't care because of how flat I'm reading it. Like, I just like, I just said about that ex stuff. Like, I just can't get jiggy with it. Oh my gosh, over it. Ooh, this one I thought was so interesting. I don't know if I'll respond to it on there because every time I log on, they'll change my questions up and I won't see when I first went to the home screen, what like the featured questions were. They'll just give me stuff that they think that I would be interested in. And I'm like, I want some of those featured questions on there. Even when I go to the featured section on my, when I'm signed in. It doesn't show, it shows stuff that's tailored to questions I've answered before. So it's like, what you gonna do? Anyways, some girl said, my dad scared me when he said that if I don't wait until marriage, my boyfriend will lose interest in me right away. Is that true? I want to date for a year or more and then bleep. And then bang. But now I'm scared that he will lose interest in me. The one who put this up, just in case I forget to link her question, her name is Help Please Maybe, and she has a level 3 in experience. Okay. Wow. I mean, wow. Everybody, like, okay. What I'm complaining about is the very long responses. Like, we don't need books, okay? I want to fit in many responses. And we don't need everyone to write a novella in responses. Okay, so one girl said, I understand that such beliefs where a woman's value comes down to a measure of her purity are still prevalent in many cultures or religions to this day. However, it's important to be able to take a step back and look at the rationale or lack thereof. I mean, if a guy were to lose interest in you because you were banging before wedding him, wouldn't that mean he saw you as not much more than a banging conquest in the first place? I don't think so, because a lot of guys, I mean, it really could, it depends. It depends on the situation and the guy, because a lot of guys on this site that they were bragging about getting laid and all that stuff, they were talking in comment sections to girls who brag about getting laid often and all that stuff. They always say that they try to rush to Bangtown with people for both genders. A lot of them both say they try to rush to Bangtown with people they aren't really interested in or don't want to get deeply involved in. So they don't want any emotional investment or time investment. So they'll rush that, and then they'll be like, oh, and isn't that treating you like a Bangtown conquest? Yeah, because obviously they just used you for your physical, and it was like, peace out. And the reason why I say use you, because if you are in this looking for more, for a marriage, for a deeper relationship, you're gonna be in for a rude awakening when they were just like, well, I just wanted one and done, just get it out the way. So in a sense, even though her dad is saying it from a protective stance, I understand that it's probably better, even though a lot of like loosey-gooseys in this culture, in this society that we live in, will like try to preach to you and say, no, do what everyone else is doing and just spread yourself thin and just be out there. Unless you like being a player, or somebody, you don't really care about people like that. You only care about yourself, and you don't ever plan on settling down. You just want to wander around, and you don't want anyone like holding you, connecting ties to you and all that stuff. You always want to be in the wind. You always changing location. Go for it. Go for it. But if you actually you want a serious relationship, it's not a good idea to just be banging around all around the town. And then in once you're 40 or 30 something, or you're in your late 30s, mid 30s, whatever it is, then you'd be like, dang, I can't believe I'm not married yet. Like, and honestly, I'm speaking to both genders, because no matter when is the time you idealize that you will be settling down, both of them end up complaining at some point about, dang, it's so hard. Like, it's just men complain at an older age typically. But around like 30s, the women will be like, dang, I can't believe it. But I really wanted to, like, I don't know, be married by now. Why didn't I reach my goal? I went to all the clubs, I partied, I met up with all these famous people, I kissed and didn't tell. I did all, like, that's why. Because is that you investing in becoming a spouse? No. All you're doing is investing in quick flings. Whatever you invest your time and effort in, that's where you'll see results. That's with everything, even with skills, learning a new language, you name it. The more you put time and invest into it, the more you get out of it. You can't get something for nothing, like Ursula said. So anyways, oh my gosh, it's why? So some guy says, losing interest usually happens between people that shouldn't be together. If he really loves you, he wants to be with you and share things with you and have a life together. Same should be true for you. If you are at work and hating on the clock, excuse me, what is hating on the clock supposed to mean? Like, because someone hating on the clock. I gotta link this one so you can see this man put hating on the clock for real. It's not a typo. I didn't read it wrong. Anyways, if you are at work and hating on the clock because it says 2 more hours until you can be together, then maybe a good sign, but also maybe just the early thrill of loving another. Again, I'm telling you, like, I'm just reading what is there. I'm not messing up. Yeah. Anyways, never let anyone tell you how you should live your life. I hate these type of. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna give somebody one more chance before I have to read another. But skank is life, y'all. Everyone do that. Everyone be free with your body. Like, everyone should have the choice to be like, I want to be free with my body, or I don't want to be free with my body. And this hardcore advertising from the media, mainstream media, and other sheep people that like have followed mainstream media's preachings from True Blood and all that other stuff, where they like show that bangery, yeah, that's the core of the culture. Like, why is it the core of the culture? That should not be the core of the culture. Banging around and, not settling down. Like, oh my gosh. Then, like, miraculously out of the blue, they never, you notice even in True Blood, they never showed you, well, the movie. I don't know about the books. I didn't read the book. But I'm not the movie, the show. They never showed you how she went through her relationship to get married. And then how she, up until the stage where she got pregnant. They just showed you, oh, she was pregnant and she's with a different guy that's not the vampire guy that she was in and out of relationship with. And then they were over there cheating on each other. And then they were sleeping with different people all throughout their relationship. Like, all of that to get to the point of, but then she didn't even settle down with him. Because, it teaches you how to be a wife that way. When you watch enough TV, you watch enough movies and shows, you realize, oh, wait, they're not teaching no one to be spouses. They teaching everyone to be loosey-gooseys. That's what they teach you well. If you think I'm lying, go look at a music video. Look at any of the new music videos that drop. And tell me it's not hardcore advertised about mainstream media for everyone to be loosey-goosey. But anyways, that's just my opinion, because I just feel like they always get on the people that's like, conservative, not in every aspect of their belief. I mean conservative like with what they wear and how they want to use their bodies, if they want to be, with everyone or not. Like, well, because conservative people don't want to be with everyone, right? People that think conservatively in that way specifically, not in every aspect of conservative thinking. That's very important for you to understand. So I was just like, it's just so annoying, because you could tell that one voice is louder than the other, and I'm all about balance. Like, both sides could have a point and they could preach, but both sides should equally be heard, and that's all I'm saying. Anyways, so some other guy, and this is my last read, because I just see that a lot of people are just propagating what's already been spewed out in mainstream media. So it's just no point of me constantly bringing this up. But some guy said, nah, total poop. Unless you're strongly associated with a religion that highly values virginity and want a guy from the same religion, most guys just want someone that's not too easy because it makes them feel special that she would choose to sleep with him. But it's pretty normal that people bang after a few weeks of dating or even less. Ugh. If you're taking this kind of advice seriously, and from your parents no less, the best thing I could say to you is get out and live a little. When this stuff settles down, try and do some traveling on your own and become your own woman. Learn that you want, okay, that was my whoops. Learn what you want in life. The fact you're taking taking bangery advice from your dad tells me you need to crawl from under your rock. Also, the body doesn't change from banging. You could bang with 200 men and then tell your next boyfriend you hadn't banged in years. I'm tired of reading it. Someone asked this question. I'm not going to respond to it on that feed or section, but they said, do cats prefer women and dogs prefer men? Like, how should I say this? Let me see. Pets, okay, domesticated animals do not care about your gender. All they care about is if you're taking care of them and loving them. Whoever gives them love and affection and feeds them and give them something to drink and a house over their head, picks up their poop, that's who they're going to be all settling up to and being sweet with. That's just how it is, okay? It doesn't matter about gender. It's so weird, some of these questions. Like, and then this is another weird question, but maybe it has a point. I don't know. Someone asked, should a mother support the father during pregnancy? Like how? And then, okay, so we're going to go deeper into her question. She said, I know the mother needs support more, but I was wondering, should she support the father during the pregnancy too? Like helping him with understanding if he freaks out, or helping with him coping type stuff, or should all the support be towards the mother? I guess so. But is that supporting, or is it them just working together? I would say that's just them working together. So uh huh. Now this one I thought was funny. Someone said, why does my dog randomly drop himself on the ground when I take him for a walk, and how do I stop it? I feel like maybe the dog is dehydrated, but then it could just be one of those like um dogs that have a spicy personality and is like, I just don't feel like it today. So, like it really could be anything. uh, so I'm signing in now because I'm gonna respond to that one. Laugh. And I'm gonna look for other questions I thought were interesting that I wanted to answer. So I'm gonna tell her maybe he has a how should I phrase that? Maybe he has a big personality and doesn't feel like walking from time or maybe he's dehydrated. Oh, I have a lot of notifications. I can't believe it. Wonder where these notifications are coming from. You should have like 7 or something. Uh, mm, 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 mm. Excuse, excuse me. How dare you go back? And I didn't say go back. I said nope to some. Oh, someone asked, would you cheat on your partner if they gave you permission to have a date and sleep with a celebrity? Who would you pick? And I just said nope. Cause like, ugh. What is the questions? Why? Oh, someone invited me to a lot of questions. Nope. Nope. I'm not like I'm just like I'm not answering that question. Nope. Huh. Okay. Wow. I feel like that person was just trolling me because first they found me answering a question about would girls wear a bikini thong, and if guys had a girlfriend, would they be okay with their girlfriend wearing a bikini thong to the beach? And I said nope, because I wouldn't be comfortable with wearing a bikini thong to the beach. So he liked my no, and then he started trolling me with like questions like, and I'm not answering them, but have you ever watched video banging? Then have you ever had an extramarital affair? These are questions he's inviting me to purposely to troll me because I said I'm not comfortable with wearing a bikini thong to the beach. Someone asked, do you let the water run before you get in the shower? Yes. I don't want to get in there, it's cold or it's too hot. Like I have to like run it and then put my little foot, because my feet are still in the single digits. They're not nines, they're like 7.5. Okay. So when I stick my little feet in the making myself laugh. When I stick my little feet, well, one of my little feet in the shower, I just go and I'm like, ooh, is it hot? Is it too cold? I do the what's the kids fairy tale story? What's that one the Goldilocks story? I'll do like Goldilocks. It can't be too hot and it can't be too cold. So someone else asked, and this is the last question I'll be answering, what's something you're good at but wouldn't want it to be your profession, and why not? And I said sleeping. Could you believe that that is a job? You could test out mattresses or something for different mattress companies or something like that, or test out sleeping medication, something, many of those different things, and then you could you just sleep. You get paid to sleep. And test to see how that works. You know, it's like no, but I can easily fall asleep though, and stay asleep. But no. Phew. So that is all for today. Thanks for watching.